Welcome to the quest for the Green Ball or the Truelli. We're here with some fun Sunday content as we have our Game of the Week winners from weeks 1 to 8, although one of them, the Clash of Demon Head, had to cancel last minute. We still have multiple. We're going to start here and introduce everyone. So let's go down the line. We got Remember the Titans right there. What do you got to say to us, Remember the Titans?
Happy to be here. Fonder days when I won those 2 games of the week early on in the season. I was riding high and still had Nick Chubb, and feels like I'm just holding it together at this point, but still in the playoff hunt. So happy to be here.
And we also have the elite Mother Tuckers, the defending champions, who are all in a playoff race again, trying to defend that title. What do you got to say to us, defending champs?
You know, first, right now, I'm just sitting here hanging out with the Green Ball, trying to plot out my path to the playoffs, trying to figure out a way to top Green Acres here and get a bye week so we can rest easy. But things are going well since I think I got 2 Game of the Week wins in a row, and that got me off and rolling. So yeah, we're looking good.
And then coming up next here, we have Green Acres, who's actually in first over the elite Mother Tuckers right now. What do you got to say to us, Green Acres?
Yeah, I'm doing good. My team's a little banged up right now. I only have one running back, so I had to pick up someone. Then they got injured, so now I got another running back. But yeah, I got a good record. You know, I got Tyreek Hill, and I'm feeling good about that.
Nothing wrong with Tyreek Hill, that's for sure. Moving on to the multiple scoregasms, reeling after getting a loss to my Goshkia last week. What do you got to say to us, multiple scoregasms?
I don't know, man. I have some of the best receivers, fantasy wise, and I just cannot play them on the right week ever. But yeah, I'm feeling up about the rest of the season, I think.
And lastly, the man with no face who's only in on audio right now. We got low-key Lebowski Thor, 2-time champion low-key Lebowski Thor, but it's been a long time. What do you got to say to us, low-key Lebowski Thor?
Yo, what up? Sometimes, the bear eats you, and sometimes the bear also eats you.
So there you have it. And just to kind of go through here, these guys have won Game of the Weeks, which is always an honor, and they get to be on this show. Like I said, the Clash at Demon Head was another one that won one in the weeks 1 through 8, but could not join us. But kudos to the Clash at Demon Head. Wish you were here to join in. So we're gonna have some fun today. We're going to play a little game where I ask some questions and figure out which from the show The League, which character each of our Game of the Week winners are. So without further ado, let's pick your character. So we're going to go through 5 different questions that I have here, and it's multiple choice. You guys are all going to give me an answer as I go through, and then I might follow up with a couple of you based on your answers throughout each round here. So let's start with the first question. What is your ideal fantasy football Sunday drink? And I do want to call out that I'm talking about 7 hours of commercial-free football, by the way. So so what are you drinking? A, an herbal concoction, which could be anything that your mind wants to say that is. B, craft beer. C, wine. D, vodka martini. E, whiskey. Or F, gin. So I'm going to start with Remember the Titans. What's your answer here?
B for me.
It's always good. What about you, Elite Mother Tuggers?
Well, since gin was the first liquor I got sick on, I got to go with whiskey because that's my drink of choice always.
All right. So what about you, Green Acres?
Yeah, I'm gonna go whiskey as well.
What about you, Multiple Scoregasms?
It's craft beer for sure.
All right. And low-key Lebowski Thor.
I think 8.
Yep, I figured. So I would like to follow up on that, low-key Lebowski Thor. What about the herbal concoction that really gets you going on Sundays?
Well, you got to have something with your coffee. Keep you up while you're going down.
Yeah, a lot of craft beer ones too, but some whiskeys too. So I'm gonna just call out Green Acres and Elite Mother Tuckers for whiskey, as beer seems to be a drink that is quite common for, especially for football games. But the refined pellet of a nice whiskey, what about that draws you guys to that?
I personally love the smoothness of it. I also like that you don't have to drink too much to get drunk, so that's always nice.
Yeah.
And I love a good beer, but the craft beers, the IPAs, things like that, I don't know, it leaves a strange taste in my mouth. So
What about you, Green Acres? What about whiskey draws you to that?
It gives you like a good buzz, I like.
Yeah.
I'm making the right decisions in fantasy when I
Yeah.
have a little whiskey.
Is that the secret to your quarterback whisperer powers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe more for picking the lineup than for watching the game.
Yeah, there you go. A dram of whiskey to take CJ Stroud to just decimate my squad. So let's move on to the second question now. Where is your favorite place to watch or listen to games? A, friend's house, just hanging out with friends. B, a local bar pub. C, just on your own couch by yourself. D, a mainstream sports bar, so one where you're around lots and lots of people who might be watching lots of different games. E, in your car if you want to drive around and just listen to games in your car. Or F, through your neighbor's window if you're real creepy.
Mm.
I'm going to start with Remember the Titans.
Gotta be C. Get comfortable.
There you go. Elite Mother Tuckers.
So I got a big old 110-inch screen in my basement, so I sit in my own couch. See?
Oh, look at that! Lots of sea dogs here. All right, Green Acres.
I'm gonna go watching Red Zone on my couch.
Oh man, so multiple on the couch. I take it you guys have amazing entertainment systems. Multiple Scoregasms. What's your answer?
It's on the couch, multiple screens. Yep.
There you go. And low-key Lebowski Thor.
We're gonna go B.
The lone local bar pub, which I'm not doing this quiz, but that'd be one that I would probably choose as mine as well. But what about going to your local bar pub? Do you enjoy low-key Lebowski Thor?
Well, everybody knows my name, and I usually get some free beer.
Yeah, there you go. This guy's in there like he's John Ratzenberger in Cheers, probably. All right, so let's keep moving here. What's your favorite strategy? And this is fantasy purposes. A, sticking with your draft. B, scouring the waiver wire throughout the season, obviously. C, looking for interesting trades while you can. D, choosing your lineup based on rankings, solely on rankings. E, choosing your lineup by going through all the stardom situm articles and all what the experts think with those. And F, guessing and going with your gut, just pure guessing. I'm gonna start with Remember the Titans.
C, nothing as fun as a trade.
I know you've been involved in multiple this year so far. Elite Mother Tuckers.
I love a good trade. Not my favorite way to go about it. I usually tend to. This is one I wish I could pick too. More often than not, I do tend to go with my gut, even if rankings say otherwise. I probably go with F for that.
All right. At Green Acres, what's your answer?
I start with the auto draft, and then I scour the waiver wire because my auto draft sucks.
That's a pretty good answer. Loki Lebowski Thor also got caught in the auto draft this year. So, but to just say Green Acres did his job and he's in the playoff race, and Loki Lebowski Thor is getting close to that last place game, unfortunately. Multiple scoregasms. What's your answer?
See, I wish that this one was multiple choice also, because I'm between like going with my gut, but also I really stick with my draft. I think about it way too much all summer, so
Yeah. So that's why
then
it's
I
hard to
like want to stick
trade.
with my guys.
I feel like that's why it's hard to trade with you.
Yeah, but also like you guys give each other way better trades than I'm ever offered. I am never offered like any of the trades that, went through yesterday. Like I'm always offered like somebody's bench for like my first round draft pick. It's never going to happen.
I do want to say that somebody tried to offer me garbage for Devon Achan, and that wasn't having any of that. Like, so I'm not going to name names, but all right, Loki Lebowski Thor, what's your answer?
I'm going to go with F. I don't know if "quote unquote" educated guessing is there. I might hesitate to call it that, but sounds like F.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so there's a lot of interesting answers here. I'm going to go with Scott G here. You talk about interesting trades you've been involved in a lot. What about trading do you really love in fantasy football?
Oh, it's just fun. I mean, I think in the same way that like I do get connected to my draft, there's guys who I didn't get to pick who I really wanted to or like had plans to, and then somebody else snipes them. And so finding a way to like have another opportunity at getting those guys is always fun. And they're, the kind of guys who will never be on the waiver wire. So
Yeah, and what do you think about the fact that we also include picks in our trades?
it's fun. And this was my first year making a trade that included picks. So I'm a little worried about how I'm going to feel about it during next year's draft.
Yeah.
But right now it was fun. I got guys I wanted. So
Yeah. Let's go. What was another interesting one? I'm going to go with Green Acres here because we mentioned this, but you're scouring the waiver wire with your auto draft. But what about the waiver wire do you think allows you to have success like this season? Like, what are you looking for?
I don't know. I mean, sometimes like a player will have like a good game and then just kind of be a dud. But the other players you can see are like coming up. So I just like to look and see what's there. But my problem this year is like I got like a good record at the beginning and then couldn't pick up any more players. So
Yeah, that is what happens. Sometimes it's almost better to start 500 so you could get some waiver pickups. But
I started with one loss. I think that helped me pick up some guys at the beginning.
yeah,
But
yeah, definitely. Unfortunately for me, I'd rather be in a lot of your guys' position and over 500 than 4 and 6. But I was able to pick up some guys that makes my team feel good. But we'll see. We'll see. Long way to go. Let's go to the next one. How do you react to winning each week in fantasy if you get wins? A, trash talking the rest of the league when you have a chance. B, shotgunning a beer, just a total celebration. C, running around your house. We could add screaming in there as well. D, like all business, just setting up next week's lineup right away, not even thinking about it. E, singing a song or chanting if you want to get I guess into the the European football style. And or texting our group about every single touchdown that your team has scored this week. And I have a feeling that some might be that one, but I'll let you guys decide. Remember the Titans. What's your choice here?
I immediately go to setting my lineup again.
All business. Look at that. What about you, elite mother tuggers?
Got 3 letters for you. ETN. I'm going to be going with F there. Part of the reason I do that though is because it's fun to just say ETN. Let's go.
Yeah. I figured you'd be that one.
Yeah.
Green Acres. What do you got for us?
I'm more like jumping up and down than running around your house, but I'm still gonna go with C.
Yeah, I think that counts. I think we can say that counts for sure. What about you, multiple scoregasms?
I go straight to setting next week. It's time to go. Yeah, no, I define myself as like humble, cocky. So like I'm gonna walk around like in my like head, I'm like, heck yeah, I'm the best. But I don't like say it out loud unless somebody deserves to be knocked down a peg. So yeah, just back to the lineup.
Yeah, that's two all business so far. All right, what about you, Loki Lebowski Thor?
I'd hesitate to necessarily call it singing or chanting. It's probably more along the lines of Stone Cold Steve Austin B, like a good hell yeah, and then a chug beer.
All right.
What?
Going with B. That's a good one. So yeah, so I'm gonna multiple scoregasms gave us a little bit of insight on this, but what about you? Remember the Titans thinking about next week. Are you just you're all about winning the championship, I suppose. You don't care about winning every week, just about the big one, huh? Oh, remember the Titans. Are you there?
Sorry, the sound skipped out.
That's fine. What talking about setting your lineup next week. I take it that you're all about winning the championship. You don't care about winning week in and week out as long as you win that big one, huh? You just wanna go move on to the next week and do business, huh?
Get to the playoffs and then anything can happen. Hopefully a championship. Yeah, I got that taste of the Green Bowl a couple years ago and I need it back.
Yeah, there you go. Elite Mother Tuckers, you do text the group a lot about every single touchdown. And I knew that you were going to pick that one for sure. And I think most people did as well. So I think we're gonna leave that one there. But I do want to talk about running around your house. You said jumping up and down Green Acres. Do you ever jump up and down and disturb other people in your house, or other people in your house are like, "What are you doing?"
I mean, sometimes my kids get a little scared, but nah, I mean, sometimes you'll get like a couple touchdowns in a row or something and pull ahead. So I get pretty pumped up.
Definitely. All right, so let's move on to the last question here. What's your favorite part about our league? The insane cosmic horror edition that I do for our theme story that is just absolutely bonkers most of the time, I'm sure, to you guys. B, your amazing commissioner. Got to throw that one in there. C, the competitiveness and skill of our league, which has actually gotten better in recent years as well. D, our league format, which is just about how our divisions play out and teams make the playoffs and things like that. And the fact, that we play everybody at least once. E, the fact that we do game of the weeks and I highlight those, and they're kind of like, out there and even on my Instagram. And F, just the fact that I do weekly videos, and you guys kind of get to see everything all encompassing and all the updates every single week. So we'll start with Remember the Titans. What's your answer here?
E, I love the game of the weeks. They're fun addition to add some intensity.
Nice. And Leap Mother Tuggers.
I'm gonna go with F. It kind of encompasses, A and E and whatnot. So and also B, of course, because we do have an amazing commissioner. So
Oh well, I appreciate that. What about you, Green Acres?
I'm gonna go with like the competitiveness. I'm gonna go C. Like I like the trash talking, close games.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Multiple Scoregasms?
It's definitely weekly videos, and for the same reason, like yeah, it kind of encompasses everything, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it also like it's kind of helpful for me some weeks, especially like when you're super busy and it's like I don't have time to go through and look at everybody's matchups and just tell me, Anthony. Thank you.
What about you, Loki Lebowski Thor?
I'm going to go with B because I think it encompasses almost everything else on the list because we wouldn't have many of these items without B.
Oh, well, I appreciate that a lot. I do put a lot of probably way more effort than I should into this. Lots of time spent, but it's all for you guys and to have fun. So I'm glad that's out there. I want to go to Remember the Titans here, talking about game of the weeks. What's your favorite part about the game of the weeks? Is it the fact that we all have like fictitious home bases, the fact that I highlight a couple players, and then the fact that we do talk about it kind of more in depth, even in our weekly videos. Is it kind of all those things, or one or the other?
I feel like it's all of them. The addition of like the home bases that you come up with and share just adds like a creative element, and then on top of it, just getting in depth more about the matchups and everything is always fun. And I feel like it's just a good reminder of what's happening in other games that aren't mine when I'm not even in the game of the week.
And Green Acres, what about you? You talk about competitiveness and skill. Have you? What's your favorite part about that? And have you seen what I've seen? And I'm sure what other people have seen, the trend of us kind of all getting better and it being very competitive in terms of. I don't know if anyone's going to be eliminated in the next couple of weeks still, which would be a first.
Yeah, I mean, I think the league's all pretty close. I like the group text and stuff, and it makes it fun. Every game's like a tough game. Yeah.
And then I also want to call out Lebowski Thor. He talked about, of course, me being an amazing commissioner, which I'll take. But I don't know if anybody knows that in the beginning of the league, it was kind of a 3-person thing, and you were kind of helping co-commission. So, what are your thoughts on the difficulties of being a commissioner?
Well, I mean, I probably, aside from just generally the arbitration, making sure the trades are good, and like having decisions on league formats, especially with I don't have as deep a knowledge base as some of the other folks that we were working with, but yeah, I think one of the things that really keeps the league going is the effort put into the videos, especially the creative nature. I'm always interested in hearing like the home bases are kind of a novel concept as well. But yeah, a lot of the multimedia presentation that's gone along with it has always kept interest, and keeping engagement high is always challenging as a commissioner.
Yeah, and I want to add, as the commissioner, that the hardest thing for me is setting the schedules every year, because I have to try to make them match with the game of the weeks and all that, and to also have home and aways for all of us, which I will talk about those records at some point in our videos as well, because they're always interesting because they somehow correlate to strange findings. You'll see some people with better home records than away records, which makes sense, and some people with better away records than home records. So even though it's fictitious, it is fun to kind of go through. But now that we have all your answers, I'm going to now tally up the scores, and we'll be back to tell everyone what they are. And we're back to let everybody know what their characters are. And a spoiler alert: nobody has Drades, so that's good.
That's fantastic.
So we're gonna start with Remember the Titans here. Maybe a surprise to you, but with 34 points, you are Jenny MacArthur. Look at that.
Oh,
I'll
that's
take that.
Best one.
Yeah, she's like the most sane one on that show. So,
and she's all about winning the Shiva, right?
Yep.
So. Elite Mother Tuckers. I'm gonna have to. First of all, you actually came out as Shiva, 34 points as Shiva.
Oh.
So I'm gonna need you to give me a, as they call on the show, a Shiva blast, and you have to scream Shiva Kamini Somakandakram.
Shiva Kamini. Wait. Shiva Kamini Soda Kind of Crumb.
Thank you for that one. What are your thoughts on being the Shiva?
Well, it makes sense that the defending champ is the Shiva.
Yeah.
So I'm humbled and pleased at the same time. Now my question here is: am I the actual trophy the Shiva, or am I Shiva the person here?
Whatever your heart desires.
Oh, I'll be the Shiva trophy. I love it because everybody wants a piece of me, so I'll take it.
Now, as we move over to Green Acres here, I do have to say that remember, Elite Mother Tuckers, 34 points for the Shiva, but Green Acres is also the Shiva with 38 points, so he's more Shiva.
Whoa.
So, can you even
All
give
right.
a better Shiva blast than
Double Shiva. What does it mean?
give us your Shiva blast?
What? How does it go again?
Shiva Kamini Soma Kandakram.
Shiva Kamini Soma. Sorry.
I think the Elite Mother Tuckers had the better one there, so I don't know. But you got more
Well, at
points.
least he got his out in one shot.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. We're gonna move to the multiple scoregasms. I don't think there's really a surprise here. You are Jenny MacArthur with 32 points. What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I just really didn't want to be Kevin. So no, I remember like when I watched the league, I was like, oh, I'm Jenny. Like she's just louder about it than I am.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoy her sneaky victories. Are probably the best.
And as we get to Loki, Lebowski, Thor, and I do want to go through that this was a complicated point system, and it's not as easy as you think to be these characters. And yet we have, it seems like everyone's fitting. And Loki, Lebowski, Thor, guess what you are with a whopping 42 points? Taco. You're Taco.
My Naginta. Love my Naginta.
Oh my gosh. I called that one too.
Surprising no one.
The funny thing is, I do want to call out most people where there wasn't really a close second, but Lebowski Thor, maybe it wasn't close, but Pete was 30 points. So you were pretty much Taco and Pete on everything. So which is pretty amazing. So, but what are your thoughts on Taco? You are Taco, as we all believe.
I'm sorry, what?
What are your thoughts on being Taco?
Did you say something?
Free penis wine for everyone.
There you go.
Only the finest.
Only the finest. So there you have it. We have our characters here. Fun times. I do want to say what the other characters were that you could have been. Obviously, somebody could have had Drades. I was kind of hoping someone randomly got that, so I can say you have Drades and then maybe beat them in a week, but or in the playoffs possibly. But that was one. Obviously, Pete Eckhart was another, and then Ruxin was another, and Kevin actually was another as well. So yeah, so there were multiple chances, and you guys got what you got. So before we go from this fun experience of going through these random questions, I will give you guys one last chance for closing remarks to talk about what you want to do for your team, where you think your team's going to be this year. Remember the Titans. What do you got for us?
Let's win it all.
Elite Mother Tuckers, the defending champs.
I have a nice spot for the Green Bowl, and I don't want to move it. So I think I got a good shot to get to the playoffs, and then hopefully we repeat. First ever for a lot of things. Let's go.
It would be the first ever repeats. There's actually only two other teams that even made back-to-back Green Bowls, so something to think about as well. Green Acres, what's your last remarks?
First, I'm taking down Scott this week. Second, there's not going to be a repeat.
Go, Scott, go.
Yeah. You did get more Shiva points, so
I'm coming to the Green Bowl. Some of my guys got to get healthy, but I think they're gonna get healthy in time. So I'm coming.
And what about you, Multiple Scoregasms?
Hey, I've been in this league long enough to know that the teams that barely make the playoffs are the ones that go to the Super Bowl. So that's what I'm coming to do right now. I'm coming for the Green Bowl. I haven't won it yet. So been in this league for like 7 years. It's about time.
Yeah, I feel your pain, Multiple Scoregasms. Low-key Lebowski Thor, what's your last remark?
The key to winning is like doing a magic eye. You can't look right at it.
Look at that. He's getting philosophical on us with his 3-7 record.
We're playing by golf rules, right?
Only if you wish, because you are definitely in danger of being the next Dick Butt. I do want to say that. So I don't think anyone wants to be that. So yeah, so there you have it. Game of the week winners. We'll be back with more stuff coming up in the next week, obviously, as we continue our amazing playoff race. We're getting close to the playoffs here, and then from there we got to where it's gonna. I'm guessing there's gonna be upsets, crazy things happening. We're gonna have some more videos bringing on some other playoff people who make the playoffs, and then division winners and things like that. So stay tuned for all that. But before you guys go, you could check out our updated overall standings, which I'm showing here. And until next time, salut.